Today on the podcast, we're talking about your YouTube channel and a few ideas that you can post on there to get more people excited about you and your music. We'll talk about it on the inside. What's going on, everybody? How are you doing? Thanks for joining me today on the Songwriters Podcast. I really appreciate you swinging down here. Thank you so much. If you are a returning visitor, I really appreciate you guys coming back. If you can, week after week or every other week or whenever you find time to do it, it's all good. I really appreciate that. And if you are new here, thanks for finding me. You can definitely check out this podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as if you're watching here on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you find this podcast helpful to you. That's what I'm all about. And that's what I'm here to talk about is issues that we as artists deal with on a day-to-day basis, week, month, yearly, all these new things that this new industry has to offer. How do we navigate that? And today's topic is super exciting for me because it's one that I am very interested in and I have been practicing constantly for the past many years. It is video, and more specifically, your YouTube channel. Now, if you've been living under a rock, then you probably have never heard of YouTube. I would say get out from underneath that rock because it has changed the business. It has changed everything, not just the music industry, but it has changed the video, TV, movie industry, period. It has set the standard for content consumption by people who are interested in whatever you have to offer on YouTube. Now, the good thing about having a YouTube channel is that you literally have your own video world that someone across the sea could see what you have to say. Now, why is this important for musicians? Well, let's look at the numbers here. 1.9 billion visitors per month visit YouTube. That's 1.9 billion visitors per month visit YouTube. Now, what do? Because they check out videos of whatever they're interested in or whatever it could be. You name it. Cats, you got it. 5 billion videos watched per day. That's 5 billion videos watched per day on YouTube. Now, if those numbers don't get you excited about finding a fan base, I don't know what's going to, because if you want to find a fan base and you want to gain more fans and you want to tell people what you're all about, YouTube is the best place to do it. It accepts long form video. And when I say long form video, your videos can be up to 10, 15, 30 minutes long, possibly even longer nowadays, which really gives you a chance to really dig in and tell your fans more about you, showcase everything about you. Not many video platforms have that opportunity. Facebook's getting a little bit longer with their videos and they have a lot more leeway into how long videos can be, but Facebook is a little more of a swipe fast consumption type of platform. When people go to YouTube, they understand that they are there to stay for a while. I mean, I don't know, I park it at YouTube probably more often than I should, but this is good news for you as an artist. Now, these are all exciting things with YouTube, and of course, what you're gonna need to get started with YouTube is you're gonna need the ability to film and edit videos, and you don't have to be a pro at it. Trust me, you do not have to be a pro at filming your videos, editing them, posting them online. It's very easy. There is a low barrier to entry to get onto YouTube. You can create a channel in 5 minutes. It's really easy. But I'm not here today to talk about how to set up a YouTube channel. I may save that one for later. What I'm here to talk about today is what the heck are you going to put on your YouTube channel to tell the world about you and your music. That's super important because now we have this amazing tool. What are you going to post up there, right? Okay, so we'll go through a couple things that you might want to post on your YouTube channel to get more people interested in you. First things first, let's state the obvious. Your music. If you have albums or anything recorded, anything that you have done in the past, put it on YouTube. If you just have an album and it's audio only, that's okay. Put a picture up. Make a video with just a picture, maybe your picture of you or whatever, and then put the song underneath it. It's really easy to do that. You can do that with real simple software. But put as much as you can up there. Start with the stuff you already have. Start with the albums you put out. Start with some live performances that people have filmed of you or that you've done of yourself. They don't need to be professional. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars to have someone shoot a video for you. You can if you've got the budget for that, but you don't need that. Start with what you have. Start with the things that you already have collected of yourself that you don't really have anywhere else. Put that on your channel and label it your name, your artist name, and as much information as you can about each piece of content that you upload. What this is doing is this is rooting you in you're setting your flag in your YouTube channel saying, this is where I'm at, this is the name of my channel, and this is the content I have so far. This makes it easier for people to find you when they're ready to search for you. Okay, so start with the stuff you already have. Put your music up there, put your videos up there, and now you'll have a base, at least somewhere to start. You'll have existing content that you can build off of, okay? The second idea you might want to try, now that you have all of your stuff up there that you want to represent you, try doing a video diary. Just all you need is your phone. Put your phone up there, shoot a 2-minute video diary, say every week. And what do you do? Just talk about what you're doing, what you're up to, what's going on with you. Got any shows coming up? How about a video flyer of maybe some of your shows that you have coming up? Just get yourself in front of the camera so people can see you just like this, talking to them, addressing them, making it interesting for them to find out more about you, who you are as an artist. You're going to have to break that barrier of not wanting to be in front of the camera. I know there's not many of us that probably have that being musicians, but the more you can do it, the more you'll get better at it. So do like a video diary every week, once a week, 2 minutes. It doesn't even have to be clean or edited. Just talk to the people, talk to your fans, talk to potential fans. Tell them more about you. Let them see who you are as a person. If you want, go ahead and maybe play a song. Pull out your guitar, play a song. Or, if you're a drummer, just jam for a little while, talk to them. If you play bass, bust out your favorite bass riffs. What you're doing is you're giving the audience, your fans, and people who maybe don't know you, an opportunity to get to know who you are, connect with you, to build that trust and connection with you, more than just your music. So video diary, try doing that. How about, like I mentioned earlier, I kind of touched on it, promoting some of your shows, promoting some other artists that you maybe like, how about doing like a gear review some of your gear, things that you're into, review maybe that a show that you went to. It doesn't even have to be, it's not your show necessarily, but maybe you went to go see one of your favorite artists, either locally or nationally. Talk about that, review that show. You got a new guitar, play it, review that, write some riffs on it and say, hey, this might be used in a new song. What else could you do? You could maybe interview one of your favorite artists who lives in your town, maybe a friend of yours, maybe somebody you write with. Interview a band member. If you're in a band, you can do a short interview of someone else in the band. The opportunities are endless on what you can do when it comes to having the freedom to post your own videos and use it to promote your own music and promote yourself. Like I mentioned, playing a couple songs, maybe doing an acoustic session would be really, really cool. But don't just do that. Do other things. Do more things. Tell your story. You want to get people involved in who you are, not just your music, because there's so many artists out there doing the same thing. And there's only an elite few that will just put a song up and it'll go viral. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for the 99%, the rest of us, the more that we put ourselves out there on our video channel, the better chances we have of people finding us and putting that content out and getting in and liking our music. If they're a fan of what they're hearing, they're gonna like it. So, how about doing some vlogging on maybe something that totally other than music? Maybe you like cooking. How about talking about some cooking that you do? Maybe you like hiking. Maybe talking about some of the things that you get out of hiking and how that affects you as an artist and your music. How these things interest you and how that translates into what you do as an artist. These are all things that are really, really cool for people to check out and listen to. And it goes beyond here's my song, listen to it. Here's my latest song, check it out. Here's my latest show, go watch my show. You're diving deeper into who you are, and you're giving the opportunity for the fan to connect with you. And that's super, super important. And it's going to get even more important as more people enter YouTube, more people start watching YouTube videos. It's something that's just going to become more in the forefront. And you want to be able to separate yourself from other artists who aren't doing these things. And like I said, you don't need millions of dollars to do this. You don't need, to pay $1,000 to make that perfect video. Matter of fact, you should be doing the opposite of that. You should be doing your own videos and posting as many as you can on a little to no budget whatsoever. That's what really matters these days. People can see through honesty. And if you put up a phone video of you singing a song and that song is killer to them, it doesn't matter if it's an expensive video. If they like it, they're gonna like your channel. And that's how it works these days. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Band news, like I said, do some band news, do show reviews. Those are all great things. The important thing you want to remember is that if you do start a YouTube channel and you do start posting your music and extras, vlogs, reviews, all this other stuff, be sure to be consistent about it. When you start doing it, if you're really serious in maintaining and growing an audience, consistency is key. And that means uploading a video at least once a week, at minimum, once a week. And like I said, it doesn't have to be long, but just stay with it, because it will, if you stop doing it, the less likely you're going to have people find you, because your content, the amount of content you have on your channel, if it's not exponentially growing, you're only working with a little amount of videos. And a lot of artists make that mistake of, well, I got my 5 videos up there and that's great. Okay, that's great. But when you stop putting out videos, guess what? People will stop coming to your channel to see if there's anything new. And if they stop coming, they're going to move on and they're going to forget about you. Why? Because it's so easy to forget about things on the internet if there's something else to look at. If you're not putting out fresh content, fresh videos, people will leave and they will not come back because they're like, there's nothing new here. I've seen it all. So remember, consistency, keep doing it, keep putting videos out if you decide to go to this YouTube route, which I highly recommend. It's very easy to do. Be yourself in front of the camera. When you talk in front of the camera, address your friends, be humble, appreciate the fact that they're tuning into your videos, because they could be somewhere else easily. There's so many places to be on the internet. Thank them for being there on your channel and watching your content. Let them know. Tell them to subscribe. If you don't tell them to subscribe, they might forget and they'll move on to the next video and then forget about you. Ask them to subscribe. If they like what they hear, check it out. Subscribe. I'll put out another video next week. Please check that one out. It's so important to stay on top of these things, because it's the only way that you're going to keep a fresh fan base around, interested in what's going on. And the last thing I want to say is just don't give up with it. Don't give up with doing the videos, because like I said, video is the number one thing that we have going on as artists to sell ourselves. You can put audio, you can put video, you can do long form, you can do flyers, you can do promotion. I mean, it's having your own channel. I mean, it's like having your own TV channel. It's like having your own Netflix channel, whatever it is. If you keep putting content is the name of the game these days. Streaming content is the name of the game, no matter if you're a small musician or if you're a big industry like Netflix or Hulu or all these competing streaming companies. It's the same situation. The more content you can put out that is relatable to fans, that fans will dig, you will win that race and people will flock to you. It will take time and it will take work, and it's not going to happen overnight. But if you stick with it, you'll get people interested in what's going on. And that's pretty impressive when you come across an artist on YouTube for the first time and you've never heard of them, and you hit their YouTube channel and they have all this great content about who they are, and you can literally sit there and watch an hour's worth of videos or more and find out everything you want to know about this person, how long they've been in the game, shows they did a year ago, the new album that's just coming out, all these different things. Go check out some of these artists that have YouTube channels that just have a plethora of content that they've been around for years and they've been putting videos out. You find out so much about them, and it's easier to connect with who they are. And if you haven't started doing that, I would beg you to start doing it now. And you know what? Your first videos are going to suck. You're not going to be comfortable with it. You're going to think it's no good. And you're going to be like, this is no good. I don't want to post it. Don't listen to that. Post it. Keep posting. Keep posting. That's the only way you're going to get better at it. Okay? All right. That is today's podcast, people. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you guys swinging out here. And spending time with me on this YouTube channel, Spotify, wherever you're watching me from, or on my website, songwritersplanner.com. Till next time, I will see you on the next podcast. Peace out.